Uh-huh.
Hi, Maria.
Hi.
So you guys moved from other parts of Japan to this particular village. Why?
So we actually weren't planning to come here and stay specifically in this area from the beginning. Jin, at the time my boyfriend, and we were searching for a countryside that we can spend our lives living freely. And we were actually considering the southern part of Japan too, but we realized that global warming is a very, I would say, it's an emergency that we need to consider when we create our lives. And the southern part of Japan was getting a lot of natural disasters. And we also saw that Hokkaido, this island, was potentially a very great place that it has very cold weather and all the animals, all the farming is going north. And we thought that it's kind of a safe place for us to stay. And Jin, decided that he was going to quit his job first. And the first place he found a job was here. And so we kind of ended up staying here.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so one thing which attracted me to the game wasn't just the game itself, but the wider project around it. Could you tell us more about that?
So we started this board game project as a very local thing. We weren't planning to, expand it to the world in the beginning. We wanted to sell this product to the tourists that come to this area in the winter specifically. The reason is because this area has a very different, it's as if it changes form in the winter. And in the summer, and in the autumn and in the spring, you see, the feel is very similar to, I think, this board game, in that it's very cozy, it's very local, it's very charming, and it's cozy. But then in the winter, what happens is that we get amazing snow, and we have this amazing ski resort, which we're all proud of, and people from all over the world come. And this has kind of created a whole culture of a lot of foreign investment coming in, a lot of development happening, and this area becoming kind of a financial product. So a lot of people that see this area from outside view this place as a great place for investment. And which is, it's not a bad thing. It's just that this has led to a lot of detrimental developments that hurt the local community as well as the nature here. And it's been very agonizing to a lot of locals in our area. So when we came together and we decided we wanted to make a board game that is something that the locals will be proud of, we decided to highlight the charms of this area, not just the luxury and the snow and the investment, but more on, I would say, the nature, the local community and culture, the food, and the coziness. And we wanted to let people know that this area is not just a financial product, but a very warm place where locals have a very community-based life.
And it seems like that community was involved in the game somehow. Like they're in the game, correct? Like,
yes.
Can you tell us more about
the
interface with the community?
So a lot of I would say the big part where actual people are involved is in the cards. And in the second tier cards for the farming, you can actually add people, like producers into your little town. And it's really funny because I actually, it more than like a big community, I just included people we were close with, our friends. And the reality is that our town is only population is 5,000, and the people that are always active in the community tend to be the same people. So a lot of the people that we decided to include in the game and are people that a lot of the people in the community already know. And they were really super happy that they were in it. And it was really fun to show them the cards and be like, we want to include you in this board game. And they see it and they're like, yeah, of course, like I would love to. And when we were creating this game, we actually had local middle school kids, high school kids like that we know of come to our house, play the game, let us know what they think. And then when we started to, I would say before we went to Spiel and all that big stuff, we did show it to the local community. We had a day where we presented to a lot of the people that we care about and the stakeholders, and then we wanted to see their response. And we had like school teachers, middle school principals come, and we had like the tourist association, the mayor, everybody came, and then when we saw their reaction, we were very confident that this was like a game, and it made me really, really happy to hear the middle school teacher tell us that this is a game that is really like Niseko town. Like they told us that it was the vibe that they felt, that it was the authentic town, and not the Niseko that was like in the media. It was the authentic version. So then we were like, okay, I think we're confident to take this to the world and show it, and we need because we wanted approval too.
What was the general reaction from different groups that played the game?
Yeah, so first of all, people in Japan are not very used to playing like heavier games. They're used to playing games that only take like 3 minutes to learn the rule. So we had to warn everybody beforehand that this game, because we wanted to make it replayable, we decided that the rules are going to be a little bit heavier. And in the board game industry, this is a very intermediate, like lighter side of the games, but we just had to make sure to let them know, and then we explained the rules. And the first time they play, they're like, oh, okay, I think I get it. And then the second time, they really enjoy it. And I would say the local people really, I would say that they have a tendency to really appreciate the message behind it. And when they're playing it, and then I have all the scenery cards. They're like, oh, this is that scenery, and oh, that person is that. And, I would say that because the people here already know which area it is, or they know the people, or usually they have a certain aspect of the town they love. Then, for example, we had a mushroom lady come and play the game, and she's like really making sure she gets the mushroom, and she's like, I need the insect. Like, she had her own passions reflecting in her gameplay.
What is a mushroom lady?
Oh, so basically she's kind of a friend of our friend that came to our house to play the game, and she basically, her passion is to go pick mushrooms in the wild, and she does she studies them, and then she's in like community groups where you go pick mushrooms, and she learns from like the expert, and she even goes overseas to pick mushrooms overseas. Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed it wasn't a big mushroom. It also happens to be a lady.
No. Yeah.
Well, that's really cool.
Thank you.